Welcome back everyone, Alien Sama with another unboxing video. I've decided that maybe we'll take a tiny little break from our cute adorable anime nendroids and figures of the sort for the theme that this whole channel reflects, and that is xenomorphs, aliens, HR Geiger creatures. And today from Kotobukiya, slay me if I'm wrong on pronunciation, because I probably am, we have an ArtFX statue, 1/10th scale pre-painted model of an alien warrior, $104.99 at my local comic book store, Giant Robot Comics, here in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Check them out. They're wonderful, great person who runs the store. Come and find them. So, we have this today. It is pre-painted, pre-ready to come out of the package, pre-everything. So thank God, because I'm not huge into model kits. I'll only buy them if they're Evangelion, because that's the only way I can get that particular Eva unit. So I have, I think, maybe two other ArtFX figures. Yeah, the other two are Attack on Titans. One is of Levi, and the other one is of his sister. I forget her name, which makes me really sad because I used to watch the show a lot, but then it kind of died out. So, let's get to unpackaging this guy and take a look. So here is the package opened up without the box. Everything inside is here. The base is down there along with the parts that it takes to build it. The alien, his head, his poor little spines on the back, pamphlet and how it goes together, and an ambient lighting box. Yes, this figure comes with ambient lighting. He's going to look so good at night and with the lights turned off. So let's get all this stuff out of the way and get the parts out ready to go. Okay, so the figure is assembled over on the other side. You had to put the 4 back pieces on and his head, which was annoying as all hell to get his back spines on. Note, if you get this figure, the spines can completely attach. There should be no gaps between the spine and his back, or the little doodly dads that come off his back. Here, we have the little cardboard box that came with the package as well, which is basically the base of your figure. Oh my god, and it looks like we have to build it. So we got a base, a floor, some more little brick pieces, and some more little big brick pieces. So, let's see how this freaking thing goes together. The stand that we have here is a little more complex than just being a stand. The alien himself has magnets on his hands in order for him to stick on the stand, which is nice. And I was kind of wondering why they did magnets. But basically, you have all these different parts to create different scenes. And then the alien can stick sideways, upside down, upright. You can basically create any type of scene that you want. And all these pieces here are basically just to keep the stand together. You also have pieces with metal parts in it, so the alien can stick to the magnets, which is interesting. Place the magnet pin into the grill part of the base where you would like to place the figure's feet. Very, very interesting. So, with that in mind, I'm going to make my own little base, which will be very simple, and set it up. I'll probably use the rest of this base to put as a background for my other alien figures, because I have a lot. Alright, so we'll be back once more. Well, here's the final product. And I'm sure by my voice you can tell I'm not really that impressed. For $109, or pretty much $110 Canadian, no, it's not worth it. The figure is great. The figure looks fantastic, I guess. Like, it's not fantastic, but it looks okay. Like, it's alien, it's got the details, but at the same time, it's not. This figure is basically the same scale as a NECA figure, and the NECA figures are just as detailed. Basically, the only difference is this is not posable, and it's tacky. There's this weird tacky texture on it, if you can hear. Let's see if you can hear it. You might not be able to hear it, but it's tacky. It's got a sticky texture, and it's probably due to the gloss that's over the finished paint job. There's some features on it that I thought were weird, and we'll start with them now. So the first thing we have is the assembly, which I think is completely unnecessary for this type of figure. All of my Attack on Titan figures from the same company. The only things I had to put together was the base to the figure and the effects to the base. That was it, and maybe the swords in their hands. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's fine. That's a reasonable amount, and it wasn't hard to put on. It was simply take the piece out, stick it in, boom. With these, however, these are ball-jointed pieces. Each of these has a ball joint, one inside the figure and one sticking out so you can put it in. Putting these on was obnoxious. I think the point of the ball joint is so you can pose them. Ugh. But unfortunately, if you don't get the ball joint in perfectly, they'll basically just come off, which is annoying. I think I got 2 secured firmly, but the other ones I have not. I'm probably going to have to heat the pieces up and then put it on myself after it's been heated so the rubber can expand. So with that, that's annoying. As well, the head has a joint as well, and I'm probably going to move it and it's probably going to come off because the joint itself is extremely hard while the plastic is not so forgiving. It's a little rubbery, so it's resistant to go over the hard ball joint. So the head can move slightly, which I was like, there you go, boom. So basically what you got for the neck is that nasty, hard hole for this ball joint neck to go into. You gotta shove it in, get it in there, and then your head will be firmly secured. The other thing that I thought was strange is both of these arms have joints. Why do they have joints? I don't know. The legs don't have any joints, just the arms. The arms can rotate and they can bend in and out. Very strange, completely unnecessary. None of my other figures from this company has these features. The only feature that I thought was nice and that I enjoyed was the fact that the tail has a wire in it, so you can basically bend the tail however you wish, which is nice. I enjoy that. Tails are something that can sometimes get in the way of your figures, and being able to bend them is enjoyable and makes it easier for your figure life to deal with. Now, the other thing that was absolutely obnoxious, and my god, why in the world would you do this? So the first thing we looked at before the figure was the base, and the base came in a nice little cardboard box, and you took all these pieces out, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm building the base, or like building the base how I want. You get 6 of these panels. There's 2, 4, and then there's 1 piece there and 1 off screen, so 6 altogether. These little tabs right here are for his hands, so you can put this in behind and then he'll be able to stick to the wall. The magnets are actually very powerful, so that's good, so we'll probably keep it in place. I haven't tested it because getting them in this little slot right there and then aligning it with the figure is, once again, obnoxious. So we have this stand, and if you're anyone, or if you're someone like me who, when you can put walls together, you want it to be squared, you want it to be nice. It's not possible to get these squared. You have to have them in a certain way where either the grate, as you can see right here, the grate is going below the main deck, or will be sitting on top of the main deck. So, like this. So sitting on top, and then if you can see right here, it's overlapping. That irks me to all freaking hell. All hell! So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to put it like this so the floor is sticking out further than the wall. So, that's that. The figure is nice. I do enjoy it. I'll do a little shot at the end where it's all together and in not brightest lighting. But this is what the figure looks like in not regular lighting, because we kind of had studio white light lighting, but this is what the figure looks like in open light in the daytime, It's not beautiful. The background is so cheap. It's just, blah. Like, I was expecting it to be heavily metal textured, like scratched up and stuff, because, hey, there's an alien nearby. There should be blood and guts and scratches and claw marks and acid burns, but no. Each and every grate is this boring, basic texture of a grate, completely see-through. I almost wish there was a blackness behind it, because as you can see the entire white background of my stand. And if your walls are white, or your cabinet's white, or whatever you have this figure in, if the shelf is white, it's just going to stand right through and just blah, 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 blah. It's not going to look nice. And I really don't like it a lot. Like, for $100, this is not okay. My Attack on Titan Levi figure, which I'll link at the end of this video, or for the little end video thing, is a beautiful figure, absolutely gorgeous, and it's big. Compared to this guy, the figure's like... You know what? I'm going to bring him on screen. Alrighty, so here it is by the same company as this alien figure. Attack on Titan's Levi. Look at the difference. Absolute difference. The size is absolutely ridiculous in comparison. This is a full-sized human on a fully detailed base. And I think he was only $130, which is only $20 more. And that was after taxes. And I got him locally as well. And he looks way better than this alien figure. And he's got more textures, more colors, different clothing. There's metal, there's fabric, there's hair, there's human skin, there's wood even. And the wood is more textured than the metal grates of this figure. And this is an alien figure. Aliens are hyper detailed creatures. If you've seen H.R. Geiger's artwork, it will blow your mind at the detail that's inside of it. So putting this guy off to the side, same brand, same makers. I'm really not digging this. I don't even know if I'm going to put the stand with the alien, because the stand just looks so bad. And it takes up so much room. And it's not even like it's a big stand that looks amazing and you're like, you know what? I'm going to give this whole figure its own shelf because it's so big and it looks so nice. There are figures that I have, like my V3 Miku, who has her own shelf because she's so big, but she's beautifully detailed and she's massive and she needs her own shelf and she deserves one because the price of her was exactly what I got and she's beautiful. Unlike this figure where you have to assemble it, it doesn't assemble easy, it's got awkward, unnecessary joints, and the background is just absolute garbage. I'm not even going to keep the background. The background's going right back in its little box. I'm going to stick this little light, which is the ambient lighting, which I do appreciate. I really do like this because it's a nice blue that'll give that wet, or not wet, but yeah, I guess it's underwater type of feel that you get in a lot of alien movies or in space feeling. Just why would you do this? And I have another one of these on hold, and I hope to God it's not as bad, or if it doesn't come with 50 of these grates. But we're going to get him all assembled in one piece and not all broken apart. Well, he's not broken. Mind you, he's not broken. All disassembled. We're going to get him all assembled for you guys, get him in nicer lighting, darker lighting, and use some video photography magic to make this look like a worthwhile figure to buy. But I condone you. Only buy this if you really freaking love Alien. If you look at this and go, wow, Alien is cool, and I would like to have a nice figure of one, don't buy this. This is a pain in the fucking ass. Don't buy this. Unless you love Alien and you just have to own Alien things. Because I bought this, looking at the box, which we saw in the opening of the video, looks freaking amazing. The box completely exaggerates the figure, which makes me wonder if that's the reason the figure was unseeable from the outside. Like my Levi figure back there, you could completely see him inside his box. You could look at him from all angles and be like, wow, that's a nice figure, I want it. Unlike this one, completely encased, completely enclosed. You had no idea what you were buying unless you looked it up online. And hopefully, for other people who are searching for this online, will find my video. But you had no idea what this figure looked like until you bought it, opened it up, and set it up. Which, for me, so, we'll be back once more, hopefully with a better shot. So, here's the figure with all my lighting shut off, so it's a very dark space for him to be in with his lighting on. The little lighting we have here is really nice. Without it, quite boring. I almost feel like the lighting bulb that came with this was the whole seller / giveaway of this figure, because with it, there's a lot more ambience and a lot more feeling to the alien, but without it, it's just another NECA figure, to be honest. And the mouth, I didn't look at the pamphlet too much, but the mouth opens up as well, and there is a inside mouth that comes out. But just like NECA's, the mouth opens, and the little mouth inside pops out. But yeah, like, you're basically paying for a $100 unposable, except for the arms, its neck. Yeah, we'll just call it unposable. You're basically paying $100 for a unposable NECA figure in a static position with a tacky, and I don't mean tacky as in lame or your dad is real tacky, a tacky, sticky gloss to make it look wet, and a very crappy ass background set. So, you be the decider if you want this. In dark lighting with the ambient light set that comes with the figure looks decent. But unfortunately for me, I don't live in the dark all the time. I don't live in a cave. I like my figures to look okay in regular lighting most of the time. So, with that in mind, we'll see you guys next unboxing video. You can be the decider of if you want this figure. More Alien is to come. I have lots of NECAs that I haven't opened up that need some love. So Alien is on its way. And as always, guys, peace out. We'll see you in the next unboxing video. And if you want to see this guy, stay tuned for the last few seconds of the video.